Did you know that optimistic people live longer, recover faster, and attract more opportunities? We're going to talk about that. I am Gloria Grace Rand, founder of Align to Shine Academy. And on this Wisdom Wednesday, you're going to discover how lifting your heart with genuine optimism opens doors to possibilities even during the most challenging times, like we've been having lately. I don't know about you. And I even had a challenging time overnight because when I woke up this morning, let me tell you, optimism was the pretty much the last thing on my mind. I was still, frankly, annoyed. I had an interesting dream that was. My sister was berating me, and that wasn't fun. And, but also I was reminded of the fact that I had this big band-aid on my wrist because at 2 o'clock in the morning, when I happened to wake up, my cat was on my bed, and I kind of stretched out my arm, and she like grabbed onto it with her paw, and I was like, oh, okay, that's all right for a little bit, but then it was like, I need to move my arm, and so as I tried to get it away from her, she got nasty and psh, sunk her teeth into my wrist, and I have two lovely bite marks from my wonderful, lovely Fiona, who's my pride and joy, who I found. Anyway, yeah. So, um, I could have let that ruin the day for me. Waking up like that. But I knew it was Wednesday, and I had this lovely Wisdom Wednesday message to share. And thankfully, today's daily word from Unity had the perfect message because it is about optimism. That was the word of the day. So, before I share some ideas on how you can cultivate optimism in your life and business or professional life, here's the message I saw in my email today to help me reframe my mind. So it said, optimism brings lightness and warmth to life, especially when circumstances appear dark and feel cold. Optimism helps me believe good can come from any circumstance and behold the presence of God in and through all things. I can bear any burden and meet any challenge when I am optimistic, believing in the highest and best outcomes coming to pass. My optimism lifts others too. I see every soul in the light of their own indwelling divinity. The smile I share strengthens our joyful connection. I express my faith in humanity by praying for the best for all. My optimistic energy blesses me and everyone in my path. So that was a good message to get when I was not feeling as happy as, shall we say, as I would like to be in the morning, because I do feel that how you start the day really carries through, or it helps you to carry through, and it helps you to be able to, well, number one, it helps you to roll with the punches, frankly, if you are, you do face stuff that comes along. If you do have that optimistic attitude, it helps. And I also want to share with you just a little bit about not confusing optimism with toxic positivity. And I know we hear a lot of. And because that is actually something that discourages the acknowledgement of negative feelings, suggesting that people should always focus on the positive, look for the bright side of life, as the Monty Python's song goes, which is important. And our feelings are still valid, even, feeling a little bummed out about, this today. And I know I was in a relationship with someone who used to really annoy me because I would, something would happen and I wasn't in a good mood. And he would be like, oh, cheer up. Oh, smile. I bet I can get you to laugh. And all that did, frankly, was get me angrier because that was an example of toxic positivity. He wasn't respecting my feelings. And you are entitled to your feelings, the positive and the ones that aren't so positive. So here's an example of I'm going to share with you because I found some great examples of what toxic positivity looks like as opposed to maybe just being more empathetic. So, if you come across a friend who is grieving, so the toxic positivity response would be, oh, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, great. Okay. Try instead, you could say, oh man, this is really hard. I'm here for you. And then the other person feels respected. Their feelings are heard and respected. It's so much better when you've maybe come across you are facing a setback, and someone will be like, as I jokingly said earlier, just look on the bright side. Oh, it's not a big deal. Well, maybe it is to you. It's like, this is not what I want to hear right now. So instead, someone could say, oh, well, let's figure out what went wrong, and maybe you can try again. See, a little subtle shift, but it makes that person feel heard, and it helps them now, because now they have an opportunity to start, okay, reframing their mind to be able to be more optimistic. And also when someone's going through, a personal struggle, the toxic positivity comment might be, oh, or actually it might even be something you say yourself. You might be like, oh gosh, I shouldn't feel this way. I need to move on. Because sometimes we are our own worst critics, aren't we? So instead, you could say, you know what? I'm human and I'm allowed to feel like this. And I will say is try not to wallow in those feelings forever, because that it can cascade. So feel your feelings because they are valid, whether you are feeling angry or sad or whatever it is. Let yourself do that. And there are ways that you can work through that. I love to journal. So like if you're like angry about something, get all those feelings out on paper, or sad, get it all out on paper, and then, crumple it up or something, or burn it. That provides such a cathartic release when you can do that. And then you can say, okay, now what can I do to raise my vibration again? What can I do to be happier? And so, you have to figure out what that is for yourself. And you might even want to write down a whole list of them, so that when you are in those funky moods that we all get, then you can go back and say, well, yeah, that's okay. Well, I do like to listen to some music, but not really in the mood for that. Well, I could go to YouTube and look up some funny videos. Okay, I'll do that. So give yourself the opportunity to find ways, find those ways. One good way I know that works for me, and I think a lot of people too, is to just get physical. Oh gosh, I'm just thought of that old, what was it? Olivia Newton-John. Yeah. Let's get physical. Oh, God rest her soul. Yeah, but maybe it is. It's going for a walk, or maybe clean up your office. I'm in a decluttering mode right now. I'm spending some time doing that every day. And I worked on my bookcase yesterday, and it feels so good. It's like, because I had books kind of going every which way, and now they're all organized, and not totally organized, but at least they're standing up right now. And it looks so much better. And I felt better after I got done doing that. Now, so figure out what that is. But I know, again, sometimes life throws us curveballs, or maybe it's just you hear about all the there's like all stuff. A lot of people are happy about things, a lot of people are not happy about things. So if you are one of those who maybe you're scrolling on social media and you find yourself going down a negative rabbit hole, one thing, the quickest way to solve that is to get off. Even though if you're on social media right now, I want you to still watch me, and I hope I'm giving you some positive ideas today. But if you're not, I mean, if you are seeing like, this person's complaining about that and this person's complaining about that, unfriend them or hide the message, or just frankly, just get off and go do something else. Do something that makes you feel good. And you can also, practice gratitude. I tell you, gratitude is a wonderful thing to do. So whenever you are in a funky mood or things aren't going right, if you can jot down a few things on a piece of paper and things that you are grateful for, and frankly establish a gratitude practice, whether you do it in the first thing in the morning. I mean, because that could have been something I did. Actually, that was what I did. That's right. I was journaling, and and at the end of it, I'm like, okay, let's do some gratitudes instead. And so I ended my journal writing down things I was grateful for. And it helped because I had allowed myself again to get into that kind of a mood. And it's like, I don't want to be in that mood today. I've got, things to do, and I want to be happy. So do it some type of gratitude practice whenever, or in the morning, or before you go to bed at night. That's always a good thing to do, because that way, again, you're programming your brain with positive energy, positive thoughts, and then chances are it's going to be a lot better chance, I would say, that you'll wake up in the morning with positive thoughts. And do mindfulness is always a great thing to do. Practice mindfulness, whether that's meditating or doing just a repetitive task where you just totally focus on like washing the dishes, something like that. And practice self-care and positive self-talk, as I talked about earlier here, and just have self-compassion for you. It's self-compassion and then compassion for others, and embrace your imperfections. I always loved the Billy Joel song, we're only human. We're allowed to make mistakes. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn and to grow and reframe those setbacks as learning opportunities, growth opportunities, and see how you can, flip things around. And again, just don't be hard on yourself when you're not 100%, Mary Sunshine or Joe Sunshine, all the time. Joe Jolly. Yeah, there we go. Whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, because we are human and it's okay. But just remember what I said at the beginning. Optimistic people live longer, recover faster, and attract more opportunities, because you're putting out that positive vibration, and like attracts like. So if you want to have more good in your life, then you're going to have to broadcast more good in your life. So, all right. I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you receive some value from this, and I will be back again next Wednesday with another message. And so until then, look for the right side of life, or whatever it is. You go. I'm not doing a very good job of it. Go. What was it? I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, Monty Python. Look it up. Life of Brian, I think it is. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, she said great information and confirmation. Yes, absolutely. And I know Suzanne knows about this stuff too. All right. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever time you're watching this, and you're watching it on the replay. And we'll see you next week.